life. First of all, thank you very much to Finesse for organizing such a discussion because it's really helpful and we are also getting to learn many things apart from our regular classes. As we are celebrating spices of India, I think I basically thought that we should also discuss a little bit about how it all originated and how it has become so famous worldwide. So it all dates back to 8th century BC, when mostly it was found in ancient Egyptian, Chinese, and Indian cultures. So, according to my research, solely has been based on Google, ChatGPT, and a little bit of traditional wisdom from my elders and my own experience also. So, they say that 80,000 different herbal medicinal remedies have spices in them across, mostly from Indian origin. But otherwise, also, they say that in herbal medicinal remedies, about 80,000, there are different 80,000 remedies available with the help of spices. So earlier, spices, when it all started off, it was transported over land by camel or donkey caravans. The very famous the spice route, which was like a complex network of sea routes that spread across Europe, Asia, and Japan. And in Europe, the first trade, the Manila Galleon trade, okay, that's what the name is. That was the first westward spice trade route to Asia. Why it became famous in Europe was, it made people's diets in Europe. It literally changed their bland and monotonous diets with the help of spices, and then it became like so powerful that it became a symbol of their wealth and power in Europe. That is how it all started off. Some
ओके तो
notable.
आपको वैसे किसी को पता है कि हु वाज द फर्स्ट आई कैन से द फॉरेन ट्रेडर हु केम टू इंडिया फॉर द पर्टिकुलर स्पाइस ट्रेड एनीबडी जो स्पेशली स्पाइसेस के लिए आया था और यहाँ से उसको ऑलमोस्ट 100% बेनिफिट मिला था उसको प्रॉफिट हुआ था उसको इतना ज्यादा एनीबडी
Was it
हम नॉर्मल
Columbus?
लाइक नो 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 नो
No?
वास्को ड गामा
Okay. Vasco da Gama, yes.
यस
Okay.
तो वास्को ड
Yeah.
गामा केम हियर तो यहाँ से वो ब्लैक पेपर लेके गया था तो
Hmm.
जब उसने देखा कि ब्लैक पेपर एक तो इतने ज्यादा मेडिसिनल यूजेस है उसके और ऑलमोस्ट ही गेन्ड ऑल 100% प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम इट तभी से जो हमारे यूरोपियन थे या फिर हम बात करें डच थे पोर्टुगीज थे फ्रेंच थे और ये सब आए क्यों थे यहाँ पे सिर्फ ट्रेडिंग के लिए ही आए थे
Hmm.
बट आफ्टरवर्ड्स हमें क्यों बोला जाता था कि हम सोने की चिड़िया हैं बिकॉज वी हैव दीज थिंग्स हेयर राइट
Hmm.
तो वो
Correct.
इन्हीं चीजों से अट्रैक्ट होकर अपना प्रॉफिट कमाते थे लेटर ऑन आपको पता ही है कि ऑलमोस्ट दे रूल्ड 100 years here right so
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
true.
main point बट द मेन
That's
पॉइंट
true.
इज ये जो स्पाइसेस और हमारी जो कॉन्डिमेंट्स हैं एक्चुअल में इंडिया बहुत ज्यादा फर्टाइल है इसकी लैंड जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पे जितनी भी
Hmm.
आप देखेंगे कि सब चीजें इजीली उग जाती हैं सो उनको ये चीज ने अट्रैक्ट की और इससे आपको पता है कि हम आज तक इनका मेडिसिनल यूज करते ही जा रहे हैं आई थिंक कि अभी
Hmm.
एलोपैथिक में इसको कम प्रेफरेंस देते हैं अगर हम देखें आप किसी एलोपैथिक डॉक्टर्स के पास जाएं वो भी इतने आपको नुस्खे नहीं देंगे बट यस हमारी जो आयुर्वेदा है वो इस चीज को हम मैं ऐसे सोचती हूँ कि वो इस चीज को भी रख रहे हैं अपने है ना कि उसको जगा कर
Hmm.
रख रहे हैं कि वो इस चीज को खत्म नहीं कर रहे हैं सो हमें भी इन चीजों की एप्लीकेशंस करनी चाहिए अपनी लाइफ में हाँ जी
Hmm.
मालिनी यू मे स्टार्ट नाउ
That's true. Okay, so let's talk about some of the notable spices: cinnamon, pepper, clove, nutmeg, cumin, mace, turmeric, cardamom, ginger. Even today, India remains the largest producer of spices, just as always.
यस फॉर
And
श्योर
the oldest spices were the cardamom. cinnamon and pepper. Cardamom is also called the queen of spices because of its global presence. Cinnamon, mostly for its medicinal properties. And pepper, which has its origin in Kerala in India, is called the king of spices. And the Romans, in fact, used to pay, when they wanted to buy pepper, it used to be called black gold because they used to deal it with gold. The trade gold was for pepper. So that is why it is, so pepper is also called like, black gold. Costliest spice is saffron, which are extracted with the help of the stigmas of the flower, majorly grown in Afghanistan, Italy, Spain, and in India and Kashmir. 10 most expensive spices: saffron, vanilla, green cardamom, nutmeg, black pepper, cloves, turmeric, star anise, and two, not so known, like, lesser known spices called white truffle and sumac, which are like acidic and they are like tangy to taste, mostly found in non-vegetarian preparations. In fact, white
So,
truffle is
are
said to
these
have
ये
like
क्या
high.
Indian names हैं बालनी? Are
Yeah,
these
they are
Indian names?
their general, their names, but then
Okay,
I
okay.
don't.
Because I
They're
didn't knew
mostly
about it.
found in correct, mostly found in gourmet preparations. I
Okay,
don't. I did find much of its usage in Indian cuisines, the local ones. But I think
okay,
it's one is like non-vegetarian preparations. In fact, white truffle is said to have a high vitamin C content. And then like it is also used in brightening of skin and getting rid of dark spots and hyperpigmentation.
okay. So I didn't knew about
They
it.
also,
Thank
of
you for
course,
making us aware.
yeah, correct. Yes, right. So they
You
are
can
like, and
also
they
make
have like
write
as usual.
these points. Yes, everyone, you can note it down. ये आप नोट कर सकते हैं सभी. एक न्यू हमें condiments या spices के बारे में पता लगा है. So, Malini, can you just repeat the
Yeah,
names?
yes, yes. The one is white truffle, WHIT white, TRUFFLE, white truffle, and the other one is called sumac, SUMAC.
तो एवरीवन,
Apparently,
आप इन पे
huh,
रिसर्च आउट कर सकते हैं, इनके बारे में पढ़ सकते हैं, राइट? मैं भी पढ़ूंगी, सो एक न्यू चीज के बारे में पता लगा है, तो आप
hmm.
नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं.
White
मालिनी के पास
truffle,
जितनी इंफॉर्मेशन
sorry.
है, मालिनी, यू कैन जस्ट टेल अस मोर अबाउट दीज थिंग्स सो दैट
Yeah.
वी कैन जस्ट
So
नोट
I
इट डाउन.
found that, yes, yes. White truffle, they are extracted from the tubers of the plant. And sumac is basically from dried berries.
ओके,
So I don't think it is native to our country, but then it is found, and it's supposed to be. They both are supposed to be very expensive in terms of cost, just like our saffron.
ओके,
So gourmet seasonings basically. Okay.
ओके,
And the white truffle for it, they're tangy in flavor, acidic in nature, and also available in the form of powder. That's what it says.
ओके. यस, गिव देम जस्ट
Okay.
2 minutes to note it down.
Yes, yes, yeah, sure.
Yes, good morning, Harleen.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please turn on the camera. Yes. So you will be presenting at the end, okay, Harleen?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, everybody written? बोलना नहीं तो सिर हिला दीजिए, मुझे दिख रहे हैं सबके. ओके. हाँ जी.
Okay, now,
Yes, मालिनी.
now let's talk about what is like native and traditional to us. Some of the spices I thought we should talk in detail. It's not new to us that in Ayurvedic preparations and as home remedies, the common names are like churnas or lehyas and kadas are like very famous. Like I think
Yes,
it's
yes.
known to all of us. So most of them
Yes.
are combinations of spices or with seeds and nuts and things like that. So they have been found in I think mostly all households in some form of or the other. Now I would like to talk about cardamom first. Its origin is basically it's native to Western Ghats in South India, and it has like both. It is found in both sweet and savory dishes because of its intoxicating aroma. It acts like a mouth freshener and a digestive. So that is why it is two states, especially like one is Maharashtra and one is Karnataka. There are preparations made out of cardamom, nutmeg, as spices. It is usually served after heavy meals or like, special meals. In Maharashtra, it is called mukhwas, and in Karnataka, we call it adke or supari, which means it's a combination of betel nuts, dried coconut, nutmeg, cardamom, and other spices with a little bit of sugar. It is served with betel leaves. So this is
Yes,
like very
anybody from
famous.
Maharashtra? Anybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Maharashtra से भी? Okay.
And she
And
must be aware
I
of
Karnataka?
know
mukhwas.
about it.
Yeah.
And Karnataka.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
I'm basically from Karnataka. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so we
Okay.
always have this as it's like suppose it's not served, people ask for it. I mean, do you not have adke? We say, as in, oh, where is it? Kind of. People want to find it. Of course, now with time, slowly. I mean, it's basically like pan. I think in the north it
Okay,
is
okay.
called like, it's like pan, but they are dry stuff. And it is stored, made and stored in containers in all houses, mostly all the houses. And whenever
Okay.
someone is feeling little heavy on the stomach after some meals or outside food and all that, we generally pop in like about quarter teaspoon of that. May not be with betel leaves always,
Okay, so
but
basically, it's made from like cardamom, right?
yeah, it has cardamom in it.
Okay,
Specifically cardamom
it
for
has
its ar-
cardamom as
So
an ingredient.
basically, correct, that's an ingredient. It's a
Okay.
compulsory ingredient, mandatory to have it in adke mixture. It's called supari. So that is very famous. And even in Maharashtra, because I used to live there for almost in Pune for almost 10 years, I found that all the households have them. It's kept in a container, and then after meals, it is served to everyone. It is basically like, a digestive also and a mouth freshener. So that is one thing which, I mean, commonly found. And then, of course, in beverages like tea or desserts and in biryanis, cardamom is always used. There are two varieties of cardamom. One is green and the other one is brown. The fun fact is, I didn't know this. I mean, only recently I got to know that the Mysore variety. Mysore is the place where I come from. So I didn't know this. The variety of cardamom, which is found, it's called Mysore variety. It has high levels of cineol and limonene. So that is basic, that contributes to the exceptional aroma of cardamoms. That is why it is very famous. That particular variety of cardamom is very famous. When it comes to health benefits, most of them I've already spoken about it, but then it promotes oral health. Apparently, if we keep chewing on cardamom for some time, it alters the mouth's pH levels and it also helps against cavities. And otherwise, like it helps in digestive issues like stomach ulcers, bloating, gas, heartburn, etc. It may lower blood pressure, and then just like clove, it also helps prevent nauseous feeling, especially during travel, the motion sickness. So it keeps it away. Um, this was about cardamom. Of course, it has like in about 100 grams, there is about 7 grams fat, 18 milligrams of sodium, 1000 mg of potassium. It's high in potassium, 68 grams carbohydrates, 28 grams of dietary fiber, vitamin C, iron, B6, vitamin B6, magnesium, calcium, etc. So that was about cardamom. Shall we move on to the next? It's
Yes,
pepper
yes,
now.
yes, yes.
Okay. So pepper mostly is found in the Malabar coasts of India. It's staple in many cuisines in India. I think almost all cuisines. It is known for its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It helps reduce inflammation, supports brain health, it keeps blood sugar under control, good for digestion, has anti-cancer properties by detoxifying the body. It has been found that it helps in controlling appetite, so thereby it may aid in weight loss. So there are three varieties of black pepper, the pepper. The one is the black pepper, which is cooked and dried unripe fruits. And green pepper is apparently dried unripe fruit, and white pepper is the ripe fruit seeds. Basically, I think they are used in different kinds of preparations. That is why this kind of, this kind of a variety. The spiciness in pepper, it is due to the chemical compound called piperine. This is very different from the capsaicin of chili peppers. They do not have the same effect on the body because of their chemical compounds. In 1 teaspoon of pepper, there are moderate amounts of vitamin K, iron, and manganese, and trace amounts of essential nutrients,
Write down, please, the
protein.
nutritive value of black pepper, please, everyone.
Yeah, vitamin K is 13% of daily value. Iron is about 10% of daily value. And manganese, it's about 18% of daily value. Vitamin K, iron, manganese. Vitamin K is 13%, iron is 10%, manganese is 18%. And trace amounts of essential nutrients, protein, dietary fiber, etc. One very important thing I found when I was looking at black pepper is it loses its flavor when exposed to sunlight. So that is why the seeds need to be stored in airtight containers away from sunlight. Otherwise, I think the properties get lost. This is what I found when I was just going through. Okay, the next one is ginger, one of my favorite spices because almost on everyday basis, I think most of us have it on everyday basis, if I'm not wrong, especially in teas. It is found as both fresh and in the dried form. The difference in there's not much of difference in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties of fresh ginger and dried ginger, but there is the active compound gingerol, uh, because of that it has those properties. But fresh ginger apparently contains more water content, hence helps in detoxifying the body. Although the dried ginger in the form of powder, that helps in prevent oxidative stress, and it's just convenient to use. Of course, anything fresh has got more water content, so that is why I think fresh ginger is mostly preferred. And in some places, of course, because it is convenient, dry ginger powder can also be used. It is used in the treatment of nausea, vomiting, indigestion, cold, cough, etc. It also helps in relieving period pain, the juice of ginger, pain from osteoarthritis, and soothes sore muscles after workouts and exercises. It is rich in antimicrobial, antifungal properties, thus boosts immunity. In about 100 grams, potassium is about 11%, dietary fiber is 8%, and other few nutrients in negligible amounts. Um,
प्लीज गाइस, ये अभी कुछ important points हमें जानने को मिले हैं कि the ginger helps in these kind of things, right? In the pain of osteoarthritis, okay, in the digestion, in the cold, in the cough, in the inflammation. So please write it down. Important point है कि it helps in the menstrual cramps, okay?
hmm.
So you can take that juice. Okay, मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था कि जो जिंजर का हम जूस निकालते हैं ड्यूरिंग द कफ एंड कोल्ड, इट हेल्प्स इन द वेरी रिलीविंग पार्ट. सो ये बहुत ज़्यादा रिलीविंग होता है. सो आप इसको ऐसे भी यूज कर सकते हैं. सो जो अभी मालिनी ने पॉइंट्स बताए हैं, प्लीज मालिनी रिपीट द पॉइंट्स सो दैट दे कैन नोट इट डाउन फॉर द फर्दर यूज. यस.
Oh, yeah. So it's used in the treatment for nausea, vomiting, indigestion, colds, and coughs. It helps relieve menstrual cramps or period pain. It also reduces pain from osteoarthritis, especially after workouts. If we can have a little bit of ginger juice with smoothies or any combinations, it helps the sore muscles to recover fast. Because of its antimicrobial, antifungal properties, it helps boost immunity. Um, so one fun fact I found was there is this famous German dessert which is called gingerbread. So earlier they used to think that they could preserve the properties of ginger by making it into gingerbread form so that it could be had over time. But then there are now, of course, it is found that other things are also added to it, like many sugar derivatives and sugar also. So I don't think it's any. I mean, now we get ginger everywhere in the form of at least powder. So gingerbread was earlier, thought to preserve the ginger properties, and it was consumed. Ginger being the main ingredient of it. Another thing I
Yes,
found
so
was.
there's one suggestion from my side कि अगर आप घर पे जिंजर यूज करते हैं राइट सो मेक देम दिस थिंग वेरी क्लियर कि अगर उन्हें जिंजर यूज करना है तो वो डायरेक्टली मार्केट से लाके फ्रेश यूज करें don't preserve it for longer period of time or don't use the things which are easily available in the market like the ginger garlic paste or the ginger paste बिकॉज एज यू ऑल नो कि कोई भी चीज अगर आपको वो 6 मंथ्स के लिए या फिर फॉर द लॉन्गर टाइम इन द थिंग लाइक जिसमें वो शेल्फ लाइफ इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं तो आप ये देखिए कि कुछ ना कुछ प्रेजर्वेटिव्स तो होंगे ही उसमें फॉर श्योर राइट एडिटिव्स वो डालेंगे ही डालेंगे और हमने ऐसी चीजें ना देकर वी कैन सिंपली से देम कि आप जो फ्रेशली मिलता है मार्केट से लेके दैट इज रेडिली अवेलेबल टू यूज सो वी हैव टू इंक्लूड दैट इन देयर डाइट नॉट कि आप वो जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट यूज कर लीजिए तो हम ऐसी चीजें नहीं यूज करेंगे ओके वी विल नॉट टेल देम कि आप प्लीज उसको जिंजर गार्लिक पेस्ट मार्केट से ले आइए वो जॉन्स का कुछ ऐसे करके नाम है वो उनकी एड भी आती है सो आई डोंट रेकमेंड दैट थिंग्स ओके क्योंकि इस इन चीजों की जितनी फ्रेशनेस में मिले तो वो ज्यादा बेटर है ओके यस
That's true. Yeah. So another fun fact I found about ginger, Sanskrit word called Singhabera. Singha basically means the shape of a horn because it looks like, a horn-shaped herb. So they said that it could have come from the word Singhabera. So that's something which I found. And then the last one which I have chosen is saffron, world's costliest spice by weight. Found it's actually extracted from the flower of Crocus sativus. That's the name of the plant. Saffron crocus is also another word. It's used as seasoning and coloring agent in foods. It contains some 28 volatile and aroma yielding compounds. The main aroma active compound is called safranal, Safranal. This is the name of the compound. So the benefits are because they contain high amounts of flavonoids, manganese, and vitamin C. They are anti-inflammatory and they have antioxidant properties. They have like very good sleep benefits, is what they said. That is why I think along like how somebody mentioned that turmeric milk is good, before going to bed. Saffron milk is also preferred, although it's very expensive. But then it is used in treatment of insomnia, the traditional remedy. It apparently it helps in eye health, improving eye health, and Iran is the largest producer of saffron even today. One important thing I found was it helps reduce PMS symptoms. So about a week or 10 days before we start with our periods, if it can be soaked in water overnight and had, it reduces the cramps and the pain during the periods. So, but it should be had in advance. It's not like during the periods we can have it. At least a week before, the periods actually start. It helps reduce in PMS symptoms,
यस सो
basically.
अगर आपको ये चीज करनी है तो पहले आपको वो साइकिल नोट डाउन करनी पड़ेगी गाइस तभी कर
That's
सकते
true.
हो
Maybe
यस
an app will help us do that.
yes maybe an app will help because आप देखेंगे कि लाइफस्टाइल ऐसा हो गया है कि ना चाहते हुए भी थोड़ा-सा चेंजेस तो आते ही हैं। आप देखेंगे कि
करेक्ट।
पहले पहले मेरे साथ भी ये चीज़ हुई है कि मेरी जो साइकिल थी वो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्यूरेट थी। इफ द लास्ट मंथ इट वाज़ 28 तो दिस मंथ इट विल बी 28 ओनली। बट अभी थोड़ा-सा हम कह सकते हैं कि लाइफस्टाइल ऐसी हो गई है कि इतना ज़्यादा थोड़ा-सा क्योंकि डेली बाहर ही होता है तो बाहर का ही खाना हो गया, चाहे वो मैं हेल्दी भी
हम्म
खा रही हूँ। तो वो कहीं न कहीं मेरी साइकिल को इफ़ेक्ट करता है, राइट?
हम्म
जैसे कि 28 था पहले, तो कभी जल्दी 20 भी हो जाना डेट का, कभी 15 भी हो जाना। सो ये कुछ हम चेंजेज़ हैं जो हम थोड़ा-सा अवॉइड भी कर देते हैं। बट आई थिंक सो कि हमें ये थोड़ा-सा इसको नोट डाउन करना चाहिए कि अगर कुछ चेंजेज़ आ रहे हैं, सो दैट कि अगर आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, तो वो अर्ली ही सिम्प्टोमेटिक होके क्योर भी हो जाए। कि
हम्म
later on it really turns into PCOD or PCOS condition. So it really just triggers our the reproductive health. So it should be
हम्म
just checked at the very earlier moment so that it could be like cured at very early stage. So अगर आपको कुछ लगता है तो आप भी अपनी रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ में है जैसे कि हमारी जो पीरियड्स हैं कि वो मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल प्रॉपर टाइम पे है, नहीं है, तो रेगुलर बेसिस पे आपको वो चेक भी करा लेना चाहिए एफएसएच, एलएसएच लेवल्स आपको चेक करवाने लेने चाहिए कि वो आर दे इन द प्रॉपर अमाउंट और नॉट। सो ये चीज़ें आपको थोड़ी-सी ध्यान में रख के चलना पड़ता है बिकॉज़ एज़ यू ऑल नो कि फीमेल बॉडी है, इसकी तो हमें बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान देना ही पड़ता है। अभी लेट अब जैसे 20s में तो थोड़ा-सा वैसे तो बचपन से ही बोलते हैं बट आफ्टर लेट 20s दे जस्ट रियली टेल you that please take care of yourselves because at 30s or maybe late 20s to in the 28th you have to become like mother, you have to go several changes तो थोड़ा-सा हमें डाइट पे ध्यान रखना ही पड़ता है, ठीक है? सभी के लिए है फीमेल बॉडी एज़ यू ऑल नो हम सभी फीमेल हैं तो हमें अपना तो ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा ही स्पेशल क्योंकि हम इतना कुछ सहते हैं फिर भी चलो जो भी वो चीज़ें अलग हैं बट बहुत ज़्यादा बॉडी में चेंजेस आते हैं तो थोड़ा-सा हम हेल्थ का ज़्यादा ध्यान रखेंगे। यस मालिनी।
Yeah, so that was about it. Like, I had chosen about four of them, and that's all I've got to say.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच मालिनी।
Thank
यस,
you.
द
Thank you
नेक्स्ट
very
वन।
much.
इट वाज़ गुड डिस्कशन आई वुड से। यस, द नेक्स्ट
Thank
वन
you.
कौन है जी? यस, यू मे स्टार्ट कोमल नाउ।
Today I'll be talking about the health benefits of 8 most commonly used spices. And the number one is turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compound. It supports our joint health and it also helps in reducing arthritis symptoms. It aids in digestion and promotes our gut health. It boosts our immunity and has antibacterial properties. It may help improve our brain function and lower the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. And we can consume it by adding into warm milk and in curries and in soups. Number second is fenugreek. It helps in regulating blood sugar levels. It is beneficial for the diabetes patients and it supports our digestion and relieves in bloating and acid reflux. It also enhances milk production in breastfeeding.
कर लेना गाइस, ठीक है? नोट दीज पॉइंट्स जो हमारा डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम वाला है, डाइजेस्टिव हेल्थ को इम्प्रूव करता है। इट इम्प्रूव्स द डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम, ठीक है? ये इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है, इसको नोट डाउन कर लेना ताकि आगे जाकर जब भी पेशेंट्स को ये प्रॉब्लम आती है या फिर क्लाइंट्स को ये प्रॉब्लम आएगी, देन आपके पास हम बोलते हैं ना कि कुछ नुस्खे होते हैं तो हम उनको ये यूज कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? किसी को कॉन्स्टिपेशन की प्रॉब्लम नहीं जा रही। अच्छा पहले तो मुझे हम ये बात कर लेते हैं कि कॉन्स्टिपेशन आप किसको कहते हैं कि कॉन्स्टिपेशन अगर आपके पास कोई क्लाइंट आए वो आपको बोले कि मैम मुझे तो कॉन्स्टिपेशन है, तो आप उसके जो डाउट्स हैं या फिर फर्दर आप उसको कैसे क्लियर आउट करेंगे? ओके, सो हम ये बात कर लेते हैं कि कॉन्स्टिपेशन एक्चुअल में होती क्या है? कोई मुझे बताना चाहेगी व्हाट इज़ कॉन्स्टिपेशन? एनीबॉडी? Ifra,
Ma'am, when someone, yes, ma'am.
Bharti, you won't say because
Okay.
मैंने आपको बता रखा है आएंगे क्योंकि मैंने आपके साथ बहुत बारी डिस्कस कर लिया है ये. यस, अदर देन दैट कव्यांजलि, फोजिया, मालिनी, कोमल, क्या लगता है कॉन्स्टिपेशन आप किस हम बात कर सकते हैं कंडीशन को या डिजीज को कहते हैं?
मैम
What do you mean by-
जब किसी इंसान को मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, बिल्कुल
अच्छा।
आ रही है जी.
जब किसी इंसान को मतलब प्रॉपरली स्टूल नहीं पास होता, मतलब नहीं आते, मतलब उनको अच्छे से.
ओके, और एनीबडी एल्स जो बताना चाहे? आपसे
मैम
कोई पूछ ले, ऑन जनरल पूछ ले कि कॉन्स्टिपेशन, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय कॉन्स्टिपेशन? यस, सो आप क्या बोलेंगे उसे कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय कॉन्स्टिपेशन? यस.
मैम प्रॉपर डाइजेशन नहीं होता है, अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड होता है वो, और इस वजह से ये लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में कलेक्ट हो जाता है. और
ओके, यस, एनीबडी एल्स हु वुड लाइक टू टेल मी?
I think there is no ease in movement of bowels. Although there may not be.
ओके, सो आई टेल यू, अगर आपको कोई बोले ना कॉन्स्टिपेशन, तो एक्चुअल में उनको भी कॉन्स्टिपेशन की एक प्रॉपर डेफिनेशन नहीं पता होती. ठीक है, सो आप अगर कोई आपसे बोले कि मुझे कॉन्स्टिपेशन की प्रॉब्लम है, तो सिंपली कॉन्स्टिपेशन की कंडीशन ऐसी होती है जिसमें जो बाउल मूवमेंट्स है, ठीक है, वो इम्प्रॉपर फंक्शनिंग हो जाती है उसकी. इम्प्रॉपर फंक्शनिंग लाइक इन अ डे, ठीक है, वी पास टूल्स 1 or 2 टाइम्स, ठीक है, एक नॉर्मल रेंज में. बट जो कॉन्स्टिपेटेड पर्सन होता है, उसके कुछ हम बात कर सकते हैं ऐसी करेक्टरिस्टिक्स या ऐसी कंडीशंस अराइज हो जाती हैं जिसकी वजह से उसको कॉन्स्टिपेशन की प्रॉब्लम आती है. अब वो आती क्यों है? या तो ये हो सकता है कि उसकी डाइट में फाइबर बहुत ज्यादा कम है, ठीक है, या फिर वो प्रोटीन बहुत ज्यादा ले रहा है, उसमें जो वाटर का कंटेंट है उसकी डाइट में वो बहुत ज्यादा कम हो गया. और भी कंडीशंस हो सकती हैं, लाइक कुछ इंटेस्टाइन्स में कुछ इन्फ्लेमेशन आ गई है, और जो उसकी लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन है उसमें पेरिस्टलिटिक मूवमेंट्स ही नहीं हो पा रही हैं, जिसकी वजह से उसका जो स्टूल है वो पास ही नहीं हो रहा. अब एक बात ध्यान रखना कि अगर आपसे कोई कहे कि कॉन्स्टिपेशन है, तो आप उनसे पूछेंगे कि फ्रॉम हाउ मेनी डेज यू हैवंट जस्ट डन दी बाउल मूवमेंट या फिर स्टूल आपने नहीं पास किया. अगर वो बोलेंगे कि हाँ मैम 2 दिन या 1 दिन हो गया, जैसे मैम आज नहीं पास किया पर कल किया था, तो हम उसको कॉन्स्टिपेशन नहीं बोलेंगे. ठीक है, मेक इट श्योर दैट दे हैवंट पास द स्टूल फ्रॉम पास्ट 4 to 5 days. अगर उनको ये कंडीशन चलती ही जा रही है कि मैम स्टूल पास होता है पर 4-5 दिन के बाद, ठीक है, सो मेक देम वेरी क्लियर कि अगर उनको स्टूल पास उन्होंने 1 या 2 दिन से नहीं किया, राइट, देन वो कंडीशन अलग से है, हम उनको फाइबर दे के नॉर्मल वो ठीक हो जाएगा. बट उनको कॉन्स्टिपेशन हम तब कहेंगे जब उन्होंने ऑलमोस्ट 4 से लेके 5 दिन हो गए हैं और दे हैवंट पास दी स्टूल. अंडरस्टूड माई पॉइंट? सो मेक देम वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट. ओके, कि ये कॉन्स्टिपेशन नहीं होता कि अगर उन्होंने मान लो आज स्टूल पास नहीं किया, ओके, और कल चले गए थे, तो वो कंडीशन नहीं होती कॉन्स्टिपेशन वाली. ये आपके लिए भी है, ओके, आप क्योंकि घर में भी हमारे ये कंडीशंस चलती रहती हैं, ठीक है, डेली राइज होती रहती हैं. सो हमें ये क्लियर करना बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि क्या चीज कॉन्स्टिपेशन है और क्या चीज कॉन्स्टिपेशन नहीं है. व्हाट कम्स अंडर कॉन्स्टिपेशन एंड व्हाट डजंट कम अंडर कॉन्स्टिपेशन. ठीक है, आई होप आपको ये समझ में आ गया डिफरेंस. जिसने 4-5 दिन, उनसे पूछना है कि अप्रोक्स 3-4 दिन हो गए, 4-5 दिन हो गए हैं, हफ्ता हो गया, बिकॉज मोस्टली जो एल्डरली पीपल होते हैं उनको ये प्रॉब्लम रहती है, क्योंकि एज यू नो उनकी कुछ भी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं है, पीना नहीं, उनको ऐसे अर्ज नहीं रहती कि वो पानी पिए, राइट, फाइबर कंटेंट नहीं लेते हैं वो इतना, तो उनको ये प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा होने के चांसेस रहते ही रहते हैं. अंडरस्टूड माई पॉइंट एवरीबडी? सो ये
Yes.
आपको क्लियर
Yes,
करना है.
ma'am.
तो उस टाइम पे कई बार ना आप किसी को डाइट देंगे, ओके। अगर किसी को आपने न्यू डाइट दी है, न्यू डाइट मतलब एकदम सडन चेंजेस आए हैं, ऑफ कोर्स आएंगे सडन चेंजेस। वो कहीं से अपनी नॉर्मल डाइट खा रहे थे, आपने उनको डाइट दी तो अगले दिन से वो डाइट स्टार्ट कर देंगे, तो उनको कॉन्स्टिपेशन और ब्लोटिंग की प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। ओके, वो आपसे बोल सकते हैं कि मैम हमें कॉन्स्टिपेशन और ब्लोटिंग की प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। सो आपने उनको बोलना है कि थोड़ा सा वेट करके देखिए, ठीक है, आप 2-3 दिन देखिए, अगर आपको ये प्रॉब्लम चल रही है देन हम चेंज करेंगे डाइट, वरना आपने वो डाइट नहीं चेंज करनी, वो घबराना नहीं है, बिकॉज बीइंग एट वेरी अर्ली स्टेज आप ये आपके साथ ये चीजें हो सकती हैं कि अगर आप किसी को डाइट दें और उनकी बॉडी में सडन चेंजेस ऑफ कोर्स आएंगे। कहीं तो वो एक नॉर्मल डाइट खा रहे थे बट आपने कुछ न्यू एड ऑन्स की, एडिशंस की, तो उनकी बॉडी को अडेप्टेशन होने में टाइम लग सकता है। सो आपने सिंपली उनको क्या बोलना है कि मैम or sir, give a little bit time to your body to take adaptations of my diet. Okay, so ये प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है बट ये ठीक भी हो जाती है 1 या 2 दिन के बाद। बट अगर उनको 1-2 दिन के बाद नहीं ठीक होती देन हम देखेंगे कि उनको किस चीज से प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड एवरीवन?
Yes.
यस, यस कोमल, यू मिस।
Okay. So fenugreek also enhance milk production in breastfeeding mothers, and it may improve cholesterol levels and support heart health. It contains antioxidants that help in reducing inflammation, and we can drink it by soaking overnight, and we can drink the water of fenugreek. It is also used in curries and prathas. Next one is clove. Clove has antimicrobial properties, which supports our oral and digestive health. So it supports liver health and helps in detoxification. It may help in relieving pain and inflammation, especially in dental issues. It aids digestion by stimulating digestive enzymes, and we can chew it for fresh breath, and we can add it to tea or some spice blends. Next one is cardamom. Uh, it aids in digestion and helps relieve bloating and gas. It contains antioxidants that supports heart health. It may help lower blood pressure due to its diuretic properties. It also enhances metabolism and may aid in weight management. It has antibacterial properties that promote oral health. We can add it to tea, desserts, sweets, and curries for rich aroma and flavor. Next one is black pepper, which is also known as black mirt. Or it enhances digestion and nutrient absorption, especially cumin from turmeric. It contains piperine, which has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It may support weight loss by boosting metabolism. It helps in clearing respiratory congestion and supports lung health. It improves brain function and may reduce the risk of neurodegenerative disease. We can sprinkle it on salads, soups, and on cooked meals. Next is cumin seeds. They support digestion and help relieve bloating and gas. They are rich in antioxidants and they protect cells from damage. And it has antibacterial and antifungal properties. It may help in regulating blood sugar levels. They support our weight loss by boosting metabolism. And we can roast and add it to dals, rice, or we can drink cumin water. And we can use cumin in curries or soups. Next is ginger. It helps in reducing nausea and motion sickness. Whenever we are traveling, we can use ginger so to avoid motion sickness. It has strong anti-inflammatory properties. It reduces joint pain. It aids in cough and cold. It aids in digestion and relieves bloating and stomach discomfort. It supports immune function and fights infections. It also helps in lowering blood sugar and improves heart health. And we can consume it by adding to tea, soups, and fresh juices. Uh, Last one is cinnamon. Cinnamon helps in regulating blood sugar and may benefit people with diabetes. It is rich in antioxidants and has anti-inflammatory properties. It supports heart health by lowering bad cholesterol and improving circulation. Cinnamon aids digestion and boosts metabolism. It also helps in weight management. It has antibacterial properties and may enhance brain function. We can consume cinnamon by adding to tea, smoothies, or we can sprinkle it on charts or oatmeals. Uh, Thank you everyone for the patience of listening my presentation.